Bible says in verse 29, but he answered to his father, look. Now you can almost feel the anger here. You could see, there's no emoticons, but you could see the anger. You can, can't you? Look. He didn't even call him father or dad or Abba. Look. These many years I have served you and I've never disobeyed your command, yet you never gave me a young goat that I might celebrate with my friends. He doesn't even call him father. There was no respect. And you know, when there's anger, anger causes us to dishonor and disrespect. If you have anger in your heart, that's why you're disrespectful and dishonoring. Because there's anger. And here, there was so much anger inside of him. He was upset. You know why he was upset? His brother got a third. He's supposed to get 2/3, right? And part of the 2/3 was the signet ring, the robe, the sandals, and the fattened calf. He's using my money, my inheritance. I'm supposed to get the 2/3, and yet that part of the 2/3 is what is being used right now. He was upset. Same with the younger son. He wanted the father's things. He wanted the father for the father's things. He also, this guy to the older brother, wanted the father for the father's things. He said, I've enslaved myself. I've obeyed you all this time. Verse 30, but when the son of yours came, okay, but again, look at this. When this son of yours came, it's like when my wife and I get into argument, right? You know, you need to discipline your son. It's no longer our son. It's your son, okay? When this son of yours came, he was devoured your property with prostitutes. You killed the fattened calf for him. This son of yours came. No longer my brother, your son. There was disdain. He was upset. And then verse 31 to 32, he said to him, son, again, look at this. The father's heart. That's the third one. It's the understanding love. Son. The word here is the word teknon in Greek, which is, it's a term of endearment. My dear child. And so you could almost sense, again, no emoticons, but the Greek will tell you the kind of statement he was actually delivering to his son. My dear child, you are always with me, and all that is mine is yours. It was fitting to celebrate and be glad, for this is your brother. He was dead and is now alive. He was lost but is now found. He's now found. And both of those sons had a relationship with the father, but it was not about the relationship. It was about the things from the father. It surfaced. And it's interesting that the younger son returned to become a slave, but was received as son. But the older son, while working for the father, ended up serving as a slave. He enslaved himself and saying, I want the father's things and I've done this. You can't even give me pinapaitan, diba? Or goat. Diba? You can't even give me kambing, goat. You know, I don't even have that for my friends. Both were lost. Remember, the first question we asked, who is it that the father receives? Because the Pharisees were asking, why are you receiving the tax collectors and sinners? And then he started talking about who are the lost. And these were two lost sons. One was rebellious. One was religious. One was far away from the father. One was near the father, and yet he was far away from the father still. His heart was away from the father.